real estate just got a boost. And I bet you didn't even know that. So here's why. You know that one big beautiful bill? Well, I made a list of some of the items that are good for us in real estate. Those of us who own property, own investment property. There's a bunch of stuff, but I'm going to be reading it because, sorry, I couldn't remember all of this and have a whole bunch of things here. So let me see if I can find it. And, you know, you might not have agreed with the whole bill, but when you look at these things that are good for real estate, it kind of makes sense. So first of all, we have permanent 100% bonus depreciation. Now what this means, it's a qualifying property, including non-residential building systems like HVAC and lighting. Some of the things that you put into the property, you can now take 100% deduction. Good deal. Okay. And this is kind of why it matters. This accelerates upfront deductions for landlords and developers, freeing capital that can be reinvested, especially welcome during times of high interest rates. So if you're going to buy new construction, you're definitely going to benefit from this. 2, enhanced interest deduction rules. You know, not every state, or I believe almost all the states, will allow you, well, federally wise, we can deduct our interest rate on a mortgage. May not be on the second mortgage, but at least on the primary mortgage. So it restores as favorable, well, I'm not sure what EBIT is, I'm sorry. It's an interest deduction limit and makes it permanent starting 2025. Preserves the real property trade or business exemption, benefiting real estate companies with heavy fine. So this means more financing costs are deductible, boosting cash flow and reducing taxable income for large-scale real estate investments. So homeowners, it may not affect you directly, but it's definitely going to help. Number 3, there's an opportunity zone program made permanent and expanded. So popular tax-deferred programs under that has been extended permanently. So with gains recognition pushed to 5 years and tax-free gain on investment held 10 years, it introduces a for those who have rural property. For those who have rural opportunity funds with a 30% basis stepped up. I don't want to go into too many details because I'm not sure that I understand it and I don't want to explain it. But this is a good one. Mortgage interest and insurance deductions are extended. Mortgage interest deductions for debt up to $750,000 remains permanent. That's good. So you're going to take your deductions, and when you hit the $750,000, which is going to be a while. Hi, Stuart. Thank you for watching. It'll be a long time in your lifetime for most homeowners. Mortgage interest and premium in deduction, which expired, has now been reinstated. So that's good too. The SALT cap raised from $10,000 to $40,000 through 2030 for incomes under $500,000, benefiting homeowners in high states like California, New Jersey, Connecticut, I think it is. Those are the ones that I can even Hawaii. So there are other things that we can now deduct up to a certain dollar amount that we couldn't do before because they started to limit us. Hi, Jack. Help. Trying to explain this all right. There's low-income housing credit, and it's been, they boost for affordable housing. So it makes it so builders could be looking at that as a possibility to help them offset the cost of building. There's something called a Section 199A QBI deduction made permanent. It's a 20% pass-through deduction for rental income, dividends from REITs, and other real estate-related income is now permanent. REITs, which is a real estate investment, can now hold up to 25% assets in taxable subsidiary companies, yada, yada, yada. So many of you will not affect that. So basically, the one that really affects most homeowners is your mortgage interest rate deduction. So that's the good news. So if you have questions about this specifically, send me a note down below, because I'll do a little bit more research to explain it a little better. I'm not an economist, and I only understand what I understand. Thank you, Jack. And but the fact that it happened, not everything in there is bad, honestly. And most of the stuff in that one big beautiful bill is really good. So if you have any specific questions, hi Sean, feel free to send me a message down below. The other thing, I always want to remind you that coming up in August, if you're local or close to local here in Torrance, please enjoy and be part of the next summer musical at the Armstrong Theater, which is being put on by the Torrance Theater Company. And this year it's called Something Rotten. And it was, what are we talking, party like it's 1659? But it's two brothers, the way I understand it, sort of trying to compete against Shakespeare. So those of us on the board are putting together opportunity baskets, and all the opportunity baskets will have something Shakespeare or Renaissance related items, and the baskets will be worth anywhere between $250 to $400, $300, $350. And we're selling opportunity drawing tickets. I think it was going to be four for $10 or something like that. So the dates are August 9th through the 17th. You can go to the TorranceTheaterCompany.com website, and it'll give you the link to the Armstrong, and it'll show you what all the dates were. There's a couple of afternoons. There's a bunch of evenings. I think there's a Thursday where there's what they call a talk back, and you can actually talk to some of the actors who are going to be in it. We're in the process of finishing the set. We're actually building our own set this time. Usually we rent it, but this time we're building it. And it's going to be great. So get your tickets. I have tickets for opening night. I'll be there on Sunday afternoon to help sell opportunity drawing tickets, and come enjoy the play. You know, you don't have to go to the Pantages. You don't have to go downtown. You don't have to go to Burbank. You don't even have to go Long Beach. You can come to Torrance. We're right here. And we'd love to have you be part of our audience. So anything else on real estate, feel free to give me a call. Carol Gillis, Fredericks Realty, 310-864-9738. It's a wild Wednesday, and enjoy yours. See you next week. Bye.